3 Americans are dead because California handed a driver's license to an illegal alien. The killer crossed our border in 2018, got caught, then somehow ended up behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler with California's blessing. Now a Florida family is planning funerals instead of futures. But here's what will really make your blood boil. When confronted with the blood on their hands, Newsom took time away from gerrymandering Republican districts out of existence to blame Trump. The same sanctuary state that protected this killer is now playing politics with the bodies. What you're about to see exposes a system so corrupt and so deadly that even calling it criminal doesn't do it justice. This is state-sponsored murder. Keep watching. Now, if you're getting close to retirement or just thinking ahead, you've probably done a solid job of saving, but here's something most people don't consider. How much of that money is just sitting in cash? You might feel safe, but holding too much cash guarantees only one thing: you're losing purchasing power. Inflation eats away at it, and the dollar's value keeps slipping. That's why more people are looking at real assets like physical gold and silver to protect their savings. And one company makes it easy: Noble Gold Investments. You can buy gold or silver coins or bars and have them shipped directly to your home or stored securely. It's a smart way to convert cash into something that actually holds value. Noble Gold is fair, transparent, and they don't pressure you. Just solid information and real options. Visit nextnewsgold.com. You'll find a link below, or you can call that number 877-646-5347 and tell Colin that Gary said hello. So a tragedy on the highway in Florida, and this picture basically sums it up. You see it? A cartoon image, a semi crossing a highway. Across the side it says, "Diversity, our wheels, your strength," and with cars sandwiched underneath it. And the reality is what happened in that moment. And I don't even know if I can. I mean, you can see it here when that car went underneath that semi. It's absolutely heartbreaking when I saw that footage. To find out a family of 3 all killed instantly because of this driver. We're finding out now that the California governor's state is responsible for issuing the CDL to the driver who just killed an entire family. H-2B visas have been exploited to allow uneducated third world illegal aliens to obtain their CDLs by scamming the system. According to Florida officials, Harjinder Singh entered the United States illegally, having crossed the Mexico border in 2018. The defendant then obtained a commercial driver's license in the state of California. This family would be alive right now if not for Gavin. There is no doubt about it. Now, you've probably seen the video. I'm not even gonna play it, but it's so horrific. You can see some of it there on your screen. I'm trying to be sensitive to the topic because it's so horrific. But this is the headline that is now being plastered everywhere. Illegal U-turn truck driver arrested now for vehicular homicide. August 12th, 2025, state troopers responded to a crash on Florida's Turnpike occurring in St. Lucie County. The crash involved a minivan and a commercial semi-truck and trailer. Based upon initial but ongoing criminal investigation, it's evident the driver of the commercial semi-truck evident that the driver of the commercial semi-truck recklessly and without regard for the safety of others attempted to execute a U-turn utilizing an unauthorized location. As a result of his actions, 3 occupants of the minivan are now deceased. And now a criminal arrest warrant has been issued. 3 counts vehicular homicide. We're finding out, I mean, the tragedy could have been prevented. But this is the scene of Gavin Newsom's California. Homelessness, drug abuse, all right out there in the open. Paul Zapila writing that downtown San Francisco, California last Friday, homelessness under Gavin Newsom's gotten worse over his 6 years as governor. That's due to the invasion of the illegals he's invited. Mass deportations can save San Francisco. But would they? Would they allow it? We have this from Wall Street Apes. I can't believe this is real. Gavin Newsom, Karen Bass, and Democrats get to decide whose homes burned down in California. Spencer Pratt still raising the alarm over those fires. Ready to be sick to your stomach? Listen.
At all. You ready to be sick to your stomach? Hopefully you already ate, because when you hear this, your mind is going to just explode. Karen Bass has responded to a lawsuit against her for burning down the Palisades and killing 12 senior citizens. And ready for this? Public officials have exclusive authority to decide whether fire protection should be provided at all, and if so, to what extent. And then you can't second guess with judges and juries if they decide what have I been paying taxes for? Okay, give me my money back, because I decided to the extent that you didn't provide fire protection, I want the money that I thought was being provided. So you owe me a big bill for paying at least the last 8 years in the Palisades for my little taxes. I want them back. Send them to me now. And I also want the money that my taxes paid for this lawyer to write this, that also I paid for. I want that money also back. You ready to be sick to your
People are absolutely furious over everything in California. Here is now, speaking of California, here's Eric Swalwell, a Democrat from California, openly calling for violence against Republicans. Did you hear this?
That's what, when they go low, we're going to bury them below the Capitol. That's what we're going to do, because this is about protecting democracy. And right now, as you see, D.C. has been militarized, and we were weak as Democrats, frankly. When they go low, we're going to bury them below the Capitol. That's what.
When we go low, we're going to bury them below the Capitol. Eric Swalwell, everybody, openly calling for violence. And now we find out this. This is going back to that semi-tragedy. DHS and ICE confirmed to Fox News that the illegal alien truck driver who killed 3 in a crash in Florida is an Indian national who initially crossed the California border illegally in September 2018 and was arrested by Border Patrol. Harjinder Singh was processed for expedited removal by the first Trump administration, but claimed fear of going back to India. USCIS affirmed the fear via a positive finding of fear, and he was released on a $5,000 immigration bond in January 2019 after being given a notice to appear. He has remained in immigration proceedings ever since. He was arrested by U.S. Marshals in California on Saturday on a warrant for 3 counts of vehicular homicide in connection to the deadly crash in Florida. Photo of his arrest provided to Fox via federal source. Florida officials say that the sanctuary state of California gave him a commercial driver's license. Here's some more background. According to Singh, he has no serious physical or mental medical conditions, claims to have no known immediate relative serving in the United States military, and is not the primary caretaker of a person with mental or physical disability. He claims to not be married or has any minor dependent children. He's not a victim of domestic violence in the United States. So here he is. This is the person alleged. You saw the video, right? Continuing with the tracking of this. I mean, this is the footage. I can't even see it. The truck driver who made the illegal U-turn on Florida Turnpike led to the passing of 3 Americans illegally entered through the southern border, charged with 3 counts of vehicular homicide. Homicide charges and deportation. This is the aftermath of the accident. And there he is, just staring, looking on. I mean, he should be in handcuffs right there. How is that even possible? And now we're learning this. Gavin Newsom's proposed redistricting map is out. Remember, he was threatening Texas? California holds 52 U.S. House of Representatives seats. Currently, Republicans hold 9 of those. If this makes it into the special elections ballot in November and passes, it could lower the number of Republican seats to just 4. Gavin Newsom is doing this in retaliation for Texas' attempt to redistrict their state.
Districts. California has officially released the maps. These are the proposed maps that state lawmakers are hoping to send to voters this November in a special election to redraw California's congressional districts to try to send 5 more Democrats to the U.S. House of Representatives. This is all in response to Texas, who is also trying to redistrict at the request of President Donald Trump to try to remove 5 Democrats from their representation and send more Republicans to the House. So this interactive map is on the California legislature's website right now. California has 52 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. 9 are held by Republicans right now. This map attempts to remove 5 Republicans. Those Republicans are Representative Doug LaMalfa and Representative Kevin Kiley in Northern California, Representative David Valadao in the Central Valley, and then Representatives Ken Calvert and Darrell Issa in Southern California. Democrats believe this would void Texas's Republican gains. This map also tries to solidify some Democratic seats. For example, Representative Adam Gray in District 13 in the Central Valley, his seat was won by just a handful of votes. And now that seat under this proposal would be more solidified Democratic representation based on the way that this is drawn. I've linked the interactive map in my bio along with where you can submit public comment. California lawmakers will have the first hearing on this on Tuesday, and then they will vote to send this on the ballot on Thursday. If all goes according to plan, California voters will see this map on the November 4th ballot. To be crystal clear, that election is November 4th of this year. California's Democratic leadership is going to ask voters to allow this map to take effect for the 2026, 2028, and 2030 elections if and only if Texas or another Republican state redraws its lines within this decade. And they feel the need to ask voters because right now under the California Constitution, state lawmakers do not have the power to redraw or draw congressional districts. So get ready for it to be another election year in California. California has officially released.
California retaliating to Texas. Tony Saruga posting this. They sure are, you ignorant. Say hi to your cartel. Gavin's entire life's been glitchy and a complete failure. He's a charlatan, a fraud, and a fake. Gavin Newsom's entire governorship is a parody. I mean, you got the homeless videos. You've got the fires.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's where I go to get my stuff.
Can we explain to Californians how we moved from a $100 billion surplus to such a significant deficit in just a matter of a few years?
Well, it's, we can explain it. $349 billion of unprecedented capital gains, 11.6%, when traditional capital gains is around 5.18% on average. It's almost double. So you had massive volatility. You have requirements under Prop 2,
whatever.
the GAN.
I don't even want to give the guy any airtime. He makes me so nauseous. The fact that he's clearly positioning himself for a presidential run is terrifying. Here we have this Carly Bonet. TDS is exposing greasy Gavin Newsom's hypocrisy.
I just don't think it
on in California.
Yeah, focus determines reality, right? That's just a rule that works in politics and everywhere else. And when Californians see this is the focus of Gavin Newsom, my goodness, I just don't think it resonates.
There are a lot more things that rise to the top. And I think what a lot of people will realize when they start drilling down and following what Governor Gavin Newsom is trying to do, he would actually have to change the process of redistricting in California to get this done, taking it away from an independent commission, giving it back to the legislature, which is really ironic because that's exactly what he's complaining about when he talks about what Texas is doing wrong. So people are smart and they're going to realize, wait a second, Governor Newsom is saying what Texas is doing is wrong, so we're going to do that too?
Right.
The hypocrisy there just doesn't make any sense.
That's why it's a losing issue for the governor there in California and these other states protesting. You yell and scream. They got Trump derangement syndrome, clearly. All right, still.
Trump derangement syndrome still permeates America, unfortunately. But, another shot of Gavin Newsom's California there. Also this, 24 hours ago, California unemployment rate highest in the U.S. again. Libs of TikTok posting that. Governor Newsom, who was president in 2018? This individual is an illegal immigrant who was granted a commercial driver's license by the state of California, and now 3 innocent people are dead. They're trying to blame it on Donald Trump. But it was California that gave him that license. Let's check in with Scott Jennings over there in the Lion's Den at CNN, talking about gerrymandering in general with Gavin Newsom.
Under a supposed, let me summarize Gavin Newsom's speech today. Gerrymandering is evil. Please vote for my gerrymandering. Of course, he failed to mention that it's already gerrymandered. Republicans get 40% of the vote in California. They have 17% of the congressional seats under a supposed independent redistricting commission. So we're going to further gerrymander the gerrymandering
by that
Texas
standard,
to act in the
by
first
that
place.
standard, Scott, Texas is also gerrymandered. So
you want to keep going? How about Illinois?
But here's the issue.
Texas acknowledges
readily
Illinois is
conceded.
gerrymandered.
No, regular census, the legislature there gerrymandered Illinois. That's right. It wasn't in the middle of the game. But let the other side, because I think, you can fuzzy up that, and I think you've got some good political, there's probably good sense politics behind fuzzying that up. But here's the problem, and you sort of touched on it. Donald Trump fundamentally does not believe in rules, in laws, in norms, in institutions. He believes in doing what's in his political self-interest, his personal self-interest.
Well, he's trying to get any kind of advantage that he can. Hardly unusual for a politician or a political party. I totally disagree with you about the popularity of his policies. I think Democrats are on the wrong side of violent crime. I think they're on the wrong side of illegal immigration. And I think they're on the wrong side of virtually every cultural issue he's put in play. I think we're going to be quite fine fighting that out. Let me summarize Gavin Newsom.
The wrong side of history. How about that? Okay, so this is from Rapid Response 47. We appreciate Newsom's office admitting California ignored their own law when they gave this criminal illegal immigrant scumbag a CDL. The defendant then obtained a commercial driver's license in the state of California. Let's check in with Stephen Miller, one of my favorite members of the administration, talking about the mayor of Los Angeles.
The mayor of Los Angeles and the governor of California were in the largest sanctuary city and the largest sanctuary state in America. They refused to turn over tens of thousands of serial criminal illegal aliens to ICE. So they get arrested by state or local authorities and they get cut loose. They then go on to commit crimes like assault, armed robbery, home invasion, and murder. The most unimaginable, egregious crimes you could think of. All of that blood, all of that suffering, all of that heartache, squarely on the soul and conscience of California's governor and the mayor of Los Angeles. They are guilty of crimes against humanity. They are facilitating child trafficking, sex trafficking. Look, they think this is a game. They think this is a joke. This is life and death.
Literally, they gave that guy a CDL.
Meet with the families as you have, Griff, whose loved ones have been raped and killed and slaughtered by criminal illegal aliens who have no right to be in this country. What Newsom are doing and what Bass is doing are unforgivable. And God bless our ICE agents and Border Patrol agents for going out there and doing this mission on behalf and on the orders of President Trump to make America safe for our citizens. The Democrat Party seems to only care about two groups right now, criminals and illegal aliens. And that's it. Donald Trump's Republican Party is fighting for law-abiding American citizens, and you're seeing the results. The mayor of Los Angeles.
I think we can leave it right there. If you got value from this report, tab subscribe. My final thought is next. So this is what sanctuary state policies get you. Dead on American highways. Harjinder Singh crossed illegally in 2018. Got caught by Trump's Border Patrol. But California said, here's a commercial driver's license, drive an 18-wheeler. Now 3 people are dead in Florida. Stephen Miller nailed it. These sanctuary policies are guilty of crimes against humanity. But instead of taking responsibility, Newsom's playing word games about who was president in 2018. Trump caught Singh. California released him with a CDL. That's the difference between enforcement and enablement. Meanwhile, Newsom's redrawing districts to eliminate Republican seats while his policies eliminate American lives. The blood is on his hands, not Trump's. So here's my question. Should sanctuary state officials face criminal charges when their policies kill Americans? Yes or no? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and support Real News that exposes these killers by going to shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. We've got gear that speaks the truth.